In the glittering world of C entertainment, where every move is magnified and every word dissected, few stories have shaken the core of fandoms quite like this one. Just when the dust seemed to settle around Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's elusive friendship, or more, depending on who you ask, a new scandal has erupted. A series of leaked voice notes have surfaced, allegedly featuring a manager's desperate attempt to drive a wedge between the two stars. And now, the internet is ablaze. The fans are in an uproar. And behind the scenes, the story is far darker, more manipulative, and shockingly emotional than anyone could have imagined. Let's go behind the scenes of what really happened, and why. It all began with a cryptic tweet from an anonymous account late one night. The tweet read only, "They never wanted them together. Voice proof drops at midnight. Stay awake, Yibo Nation." Initially, most fans brushed it off as yet another rumor swirling around the elusive duo. After all, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo's connection had been under scrutiny for years, especially after their unforgettable on-screen chemistry in The Untamed, which left fans convinced their bond extended beyond the camera. But when midnight struck, the fandom was rocked. A 47-second audio clip leaked across Weibo and Twitter simultaneously. The voice, unmistakably that of a certain high-level manager within the entertainment circle, hissed in a low whisper. "They're getting too close again. If this continues, we'll lose all control. Start feeding Xiao Zhan new scripts. Break the rhythm. Send Wang Yibo to Thailand for that brand event early. We can't risk another hotel incident like Hangzhou." The audio quality was grainy, but the words were chilling. Within minutes, hashtags like #ProtectJohnYibo and #ManagerExposed began trending. Screenshots of fans decoding timelines, comparing schedules, and pointing out prior instances of suspicious separations began circulating like wildfire. But it was only the beginning. More voice notes followed over the next few days, each one more incriminating than the last. One note contained what fans claimed was a frustrated manager yelling into the phone. "Do you want them caught again? Do you think people didn't see them sneak into that apartment in Pudong? I don't care how good the disguise is, it's reckless." The Pudong reference sent fans into a frenzy. Months prior, rumors had swirled about a secret apartment in Shanghai where Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo were supposedly spotted entering at different times, always wearing masks and hoodies. The sightings had been brushed off as baseless gossip. Now, that apartment had become ground zero for the investigation. Journalists began digging. Fandom detectives, the kind with spreadsheets, VPNs, and AI-enhanced voice analysis tools, started analyzing the clips. The conclusion was damning. The voice matched a known manager formerly tied to Wang Yibo's team, who had left abruptly last year under mysterious circumstances. Insiders then dropped a bombshell. That manager had long opposed the closeness between the two stars, fearing the commercial risks of their rumored bond. Major brands had been spooked in the past, especially during the peak of BL panic among advertisers. For the manager, control was everything. And their growing closeness? It was a liability. But fans weren't about to let this manipulation slide. A group of prominent fanbase leaders launched the Let Them Be campaign. Banners flew at fan gatherings. Online petitions gained hundreds of thousands of signatures within hours. Edits, fan art, and tribute videos flooded the internet, each one crying out for truth, justice, and transparency. Then came the twist no one saw coming. Just when it seemed like the situation was spiraling out of control, a silent Instagram story appeared on Xiao Zhan's private account, one that only a few close fan accounts had access to. It was a photo of a pair of white sneakers, sitting beside a more rugged black motorcycle boot. The caption? Just a heart emoji. Fans lost their minds. The white sneakers were unmistakably Xiao Zhan's. The boot was Wang Yibo's signature style, his fans knew it instantly. It was subtle. It was intentional. And it was enough. Within 24 hours, Wang Yibo posted a black and white photo to his Weibo. It was a skyline shot, but if you looked closely, there was a faint reflection of someone in the glass, a silhouette that looked eerily like Xiao Zhan. Coincidence? No one believed that. The fans were reading between the lines. And the message was clear, they're still close. They're still watching. And maybe, they're still fighting back. Meanwhile, the manager in question? Silence. Until a desperate voice note dropped late one night, seemingly from a burner account. The voice was frantic, almost panicked. They weren't supposed to find out. It was never personal. I was just doing my job. This has gone too far. But for many fans, the damage was already done. What should have been a private relationship, whether friendship, brotherhood, or something deeper, had become the subject of corporate control and public manipulation. More revelations followed. That scripts had indeed been altered to avoid overlapping schedules. That brand endorsements were deliberately timed to keep the two apart. That a key project where both stars had shown interest mysteriously fell apart after internal interference. Yet even with everything, the fans noticed something deeper. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan never spoke a word publicly. No denials. No confirmations. Just silent signs, an emoji here, a reflection there. Like a language only they and their fans understood. A video compilation began trending. Every moment the two had shared on stage, every behind-the-scenes glance, every laugh they tried to suppress. The video was titled, "They Tried to Tear Them Apart, But They Forgot We Remember Everything." Even celebrities began subtly supporting the pair. A popular singer liked a fan post defending Xiao Zhan. A former co-star of Wang Yibo reposted an old video of them together, captioned simply, "Some bonds never break." Eventually, the pressure mounted so intensely that the agency had to make a statement. They claimed the recordings were taken out of context and meant to preserve professional integrity between artists. But no one was buying it. The fandom wasn't just furious, they were mobilized. In a stunning act of digital protest, fans collectively trended over 100 hashtags in 24 hours across Weibo, Twitter, and TikTok. The message was clear: let them be. Let the truth breathe. And let them decide. Even more powerful, a fan-organized light show on the Shanghai Bund. Giant projectors lit up the night sky with images of two shadows walking side by side, set to soft piano music. The message across the water: they never left. You just couldn't see them. It was haunting, beautiful, and powerful. Because at the heart of all the leaked audio, the backstage politics, the manipulation and lies, what remained was the story of two young men, forced into the limelight, trying to maintain a connection against all odds. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan had always been silent about their closeness, perhaps out of necessity. But the fandom had always seen through the cracks. The glances. The comfort. The trust. And now, with the world watching, one thing has never been more clear. You can leak voice notes. You can separate schedules. You can manipulate the system. But you can't erase a bond that was never built for cameras to begin with. So the question now isn't if Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan will reunite on screen or off. The question is, how much longer can the system pretend they're not already standing side by side? Because the people know. The silence is deafening. And the truth? It's already out. Just when the internet thought it had heard the worst, more voice notes surfaced. And this time, they weren't just whispers, they were full-blown confessions. In a newly leaked 3-minute audio clip, the manager, whose voice had now been identified beyond doubt, was heard speaking to what sounded like a PR strategist. The tone was sharp, urgent, and ruthless. They don't even hide it anymore. Did you see them at that hotel in Sonia? I don't care if they say it was a coincidence, nothing about that was coincidental. If the media catches even a whiff of this, we lose advertisers. We lose everything. You need to split them up now, before they ruin their careers and take us down with them. That audio hit the fandom like an earthquake. Sonia. The luxury resort town. The same place where eagle-eyed fans had spotted what they believed to be Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan's silhouettes at a rooftop bar months earlier. Everyone had speculated. But now? The dots were connecting. Photos resurfaced, one of Xiao Zhan in a white shirt staring into the sea, and another of Wang Yibo, taken that same day, sitting on a balcony with that exact same ocean view in the background. Same sky. Same lighting. Different angles. The fans had missed it before, but now, with the manager's own words, it all made sense. This was no coincidence. It was coordinated. They had been together. But more chilling was the depth of control behind the scenes. Fans started compiling every suspicious moment from the past year: cancelled interviews, last-minute schedule changes, premieres where one attended and the other mysteriously pulled out. What once seemed like random professional chaos now looked disturbingly deliberate. One fan posted a timeline, complete with receipts, tagged, #they tried to erase them. It went viral in hours. But then came the biggest bombshell yet. A source claiming to be a former assistant under the same management team came forward with a tell-all post on a private forum. It was quickly screenshotted and shared across fan accounts. The assistant, who asked to be called YL, revealed that during a tense meeting in 2023, the manager allegedly shouted, "If they won't follow the plan, we'll make them. I'll leak a fake dating scandal for Xiao Zhan. Get Wang Yibo locked into another racing event overseas. It's either their image or their friendship, one of them has to go." YL claimed to have resigned the next day, saying it felt morally wrong. The post included a photo of meeting notes scribbled in shorthand, coded but convincing. Key names, locations, diversion tactics, and circled at the top of the page. Disrupt the bond. If this were a movie, audiences might scoff. Too dramatic. Too over the top. But in the ruthless world of entertainment politics, where every image is curated and every connection scrutinized, this was real. It was manipulation at the highest level, and it nearly worked. Yet, despite all efforts to separate them, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan had found ways to communicate, sometimes subtly, sometimes rebelliously. In one behind-the-scenes clip from a variety show shoot earlier that year, fans now noticed something they'd missed: Wang Yibo mouthing something to a crew member after filming. A fan lip reader slowed the footage and swore he said, "Tell him I got the flowers." No one thought much of it before. But now, fans remembered. Around that time, Xiao Zhan had posted a cryptic photo on his private account, a white bouquet resting on a black piano. No caption. No explanation. Just silence. Now it seemed like a secret message. One that passed under everyone's radar, except theirs. And then came the breaking point. A security guard at a 5-star Shanghai hotel anonymously leaked footage to a fan page. It was CCTV footage showing two figures entering the basement parking garage late at night. Their faces were covered, but their body language was undeniable. One was slightly taller, walking with purpose. The other turned briefly toward the camera, just enough for fans to recognize Xiao Zhan's profile under a hoodie. They had met. Quietly. Secretly. Despite the barriers. The fandom exploded. Some cried. Some raged. Some simply reposted the footage again and again, writing only, they never gave up. A new theory emerged, that the voice note leaks weren't random at all. That maybe someone on the inside had intended for the truth to come out. That maybe this was the only way Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan could finally break free from the chains holding them back. And then, silence. No updates. No denials. No lawsuits. Just stillness. Until 3 days later, when Xiao Zhan made a rare public appearance at an art exhibition in Beijing. Dressed in a sleek black suit, he seemed calm, too calm for someone whose name had been swirling through headlines all week. As he walked past the press, one reporter shouted, "Do you have anything to say about the manager audio leaks?" Xiao Zhan paused. He looked straight ahead. Then smiled gently and replied, "Sometimes the loudest answers come from silence." And just like that, he walked away. That same night, Wang Yibo posted a photo of the moon on his Weibo. No caption. But the timestamp matched Xiao Zhan's exact appearance time at the exhibition. Coincidence? Not likely. The fans took that moon photo and paired it with a past video of Xiao Zhan once saying, "No matter how far we go, we'll always be under the same moon." The fandom didn't just survive the storm. It had ignited into a blazing force of belief, loyalty, and resistance. And now, with the truth slowly unraveling and the puppeteers exposed, one thing had become crystal clear. You can try to break them. You can try to erase the timelines, control the schedules, leak the lies. But some connections defy control. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan didn't just survive the sabotage. They outlasted it. And now, with the world watching closely, the only question left is, what will they do next? Don't forget to like, Comment your thoughts below, share this with fellow fans, and subscribe for more exclusive drama and deep dives into the stories behind the stars. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update.